Over the past 18 months, I've generated over 6 figures in sales using the dropshipping e-commerce method. And more recently, I've scaled one of those stores to generate over 100K in a single month. So today, I'm going to share with you exactly how easy it is in 2024 to start your own dropshipping business. So I'll run through the 3 core elements of a successful dropshipping business, and these are the building blocks to your success. And these include number 1, selecting the right product. Number 2, building a high website that converts. And number 3, getting customers onto your website. So let's get straight in with the first core element, which is selecting the right product. Now, I hear from many beginners in the dropshipping space that have failed, and one of the core reasons why is that they pick bad products. So I've been testing products for around 4 years, and during the first 2 years, I actually tested over 15 products before I actually found success with any of them. Now, it did cost me a lot of time and money, but I kept on testing until I figured out what skills were missing. Now, the primary skill I'm talking about here is an understanding of the buyer's mentality. What actually makes people buy something in the first place? Now, there are principles that if you don't understand are a surefire way for you to fail in dropshipping. But once it does start to make sense, when you're looking at 98% of products, most of them will actually seem like a bad idea. So to identify a winning product and get sales in the first place, you do need to understand the consumer's mindset. And there's a few principles that are involved in actually understanding the buyer's mentality in the first place. I'll run through a few of them now. So principle number 1 is, what does this product actually do for me? Now, if you really think about it, people buy products for 2 main reasons. Number 1, because it solves a problem in their life or makes their life better. And number 2, because they feel like it elevates their status to the outside world. And an easy way to test this is think about your last large purchase. I'm sure you'll find that it fits into one of those 2 categories. So when you're trying to identify a product that you want to start selling, there's 2 things that you really need to think about. One of those is, does this add value to the customer? And the second one is, why would they buy it in the first place? So really sit down and consider if your product actually solves a problem that millions of people in the world are having. The second principle I'll talk about when it comes to identifying products is to study success. So what do I mean by study success? So if you identify a store that's successful, you want to delve down into the elements of their success. Understand why that success has happened in the first place. So think about what products they've picked, how they're marketing those products, and what message the website's actually giving to the customer. So there's an interesting way that I use to get social media to show me more stores and more products for me to understand and identify how other people are succeeding in the marketplace. So if you log into Facebook and you scroll down, eventually you'll be fed an advertisement for a physical product. What you can do is you can like the post, click shop now, add the product to your cart, and then Facebook will start feeding you more and more of those types of products. So what you can then do is you can install a Chrome extension called Turbo Ad Finder. What this is going to do is it's going to filter out anything except advertisements, giving you a database of loads of stores that you can start studying the success of. Now, if you're then able to critically analyze these stores and the products that they're selling, you'll develop the skills to be able to pick better products yourself. Now, principle number 3 for me is, don't join them, beat them. What I actually mean by this is that the easiest method is to find something that works and find ways to improve upon an existing working concept. So if you see a great product, but the ads are dry or the website is terrible, then think about ways that you can actually improve that and what you can do to make it better. So my first successful product was able to generate me over $600 a day just by improving on an existing product and concept. So to give you an example, I went on to Turbo Ad Finder today to try and find an example of a good product that you can find using this method, and I came across this product. Now, content creation is the new thing, and this smart device actually allows you to move around whilst having your phone face you while you're recording yourself. So content creation is an accelerating market. There's more and more people being attracted to this all year round. It's not a seasonal product, so it's something that you can sell in winter, summer, autumn, or spring. And there's various different target markets you can actually target with a product like this. For example, vloggers, people who talk to their family and friends online, or people that are in business that are working from home in business meetings. So using Turbo Ad Finder, I found this ad and it's got over 3 million views already. But then if we take a look at the website, it's not terrible, but there's a few things that I would improve on. So the website's got some pretty good branding and a theme that's around vlogging or content creation. However, what I would say is that there's not much trustability on the website. So following the principle of don't join them, beat them, what we can actually do is identify ways to make the website better or to improve on the product to try and get more sales for our business. So with this example, what I would do is have a really focused target market, focusing primarily on either vloggers or people working from home in business meetings from their phone. Another tip is try and avoid looking like any other typical dropshipping store. Add some flair, make it unique and something that's a little bit different from the rest. So picking the right product might be simple at first, but if you don't understand the 3 core factors in determining which product is going to work for you, it's easy to spend a lot of time and money and generate no sales. Now remember, your business should be important to you, so always take time to incorporate these factors in your product selection so that you can get ahead. So the second core factor in building a dropshipping store is building a high conversion converting website. So generally, Shopify dropshipping websites are categorized into 3 core categories. The first being a general store. Now, a lot of people do like general stores because they're easy. They're just easy to throw on random different products, assortment of Chinese products, and what you'll end up doing is just trying to figure out which one is going to sell and which one isn't. Now, because there's a lack of coherence between the products, what you'll tend to find is that people will not really trust the website. It looks cheap and untrustworthy to begin with. Now, the second example is a one product store. This is where you have one product and your store is primarily focused around that single product. What this actually does is gives a good impression of exclusivity to your store and your product. And this will actually lead to a better conversion rate. The only downside with this is if the product doesn't work, you need to create a whole new store just to test a new product. And now this is generally because the name of the store, the branding is all themed around the product rather than the niche. Which brings me on to my recommended for beginners dropshipping type store, which is a branded niche store. Now, a branded niche store is generally what I would recommend for anybody who's looking to start dropshipping. The reason being that you can focus on one industry, have multiple products from the industry on your website, and you're able to build a brand which allows you to actually understand the target market within your niche a lot better. So with this method, you can actually test multiple different products within that niche, so you can easily switch out products. But at the same time, what you don't have to do is change your store around every time you're testing. So general stores won't actually allow you to build up the skills that you need to understand your industry better. And remember, you're really trying to stay ahead of your competition. So in understanding who your customers are, you're actually giving yourself a better chance of success. So getting a bit of success in your branded niche store, what will actually tend to happen is you'll start to learn the buying patterns of your customers. And this is a crucial skill if you're looking to build your store for a long-term or sustainable period of time. Now, to give you some personal experience, one of the stores that I built, Pixo Threads, was actually a branded niche clothing store where I was testing multiple different types of products. Now, on this store, probably the third or fourth product that I tested was the one that I stuck with because I'd found a winner. I didn't have to change the website every time I wanted to test a new store. So I've validated the success of 2 example stores that we can talk about now, and we can understand why branded niche stores can work. So Tech Spade sell innovative lighters, and I spoke about those in my top 5 February products. And although there is things on the website that I would change, it's a good example of how a branded niche store can really convert into sales. So if we look at the Shop Hunter results, we can actually see that they, in the last 30 days, achieved over 339K in sales. So the element of their success is that they've stuck to their theme. They're selling purely luxury style lighters. So with all their products, it seems like what they've done is they've ordered samples of the products and taken their own footage against a backdrop that they've managed to create a theme for across the page. So now onto the second example, which is Notebook Therapy. Now these guys have been around for a while and they've amassed over 1.2 million followers on Instagram. So again, what they've done is they've stuck to a target niche, which is people who are interested in notebooks. Now again, there's a common theme around the products, which with Notebook Therapy, it's unique style notebooks and accessories. And in doing so, what they've actually done is created an aura of legitimacy amongst the website. So what we can see from these 2 examples is that both sites aren't really revolutionary in style or theme, but what the businesses are able to do is convert customers by communicating their message in the right way and have a clear target audience that they know that they're targeting with their marketing. And now that brings us on to the final piece of the puzzle. The final core factor in building a successful dropshipping store, which is your marketing. Now, the top 2 ways of making customers aware of our product is TikTok organic and Facebook ads. Now, I found my initial success with Facebook ads, and a few years ago, this was the best method to actually win on dropshipping products. However, the e-commerce world is ever changing, and in 2024, Facebook is a lot more difficult to actually make your products work than it used to be back in the days. There is a lot more restrictions in place. There's a lot of people that have created a store legitimately and have accounts shut down very regularly. So it's not my recommended method for starting out. Instead, I would go for TikTok organic. Now, TikTok organic posting means that you need to post regularly, so it does involve a lot more work. However, it's a lot cheaper because you can just post whenever you want at no cost. Now, there is a lot more competition with organic. However, if you put in the work, then you can really reap the rewards. Now, with a little bit of work, you can actually develop the skills of filmography by getting your products and learning to film them in the best way you can. But if you really listen to the first 2 core factors and you've developed a website, picked the right product, then with TikTok organic, you don't need to invest that much money into getting real good sales and traffic to your website. So to break down what's actually involved in creating a really good viral ad, one thing that you do need to do is understand the product that you're looking to sell. Try and understand what it does for your target market in the first place. Now, just like with the website, you can look at your competition, see what they're not doing so great or what you can improve upon, and try and focus on that. So let's take a look at a good example of a viral video on TikTok. Now, this video you can see has 25.7 million views already on TikTok. Now, how it's actually been able to hook customers in is by identifying many of the issues that people that own dogs and walk their dogs on a regular basis have. And by showing the versatility of the product, what we're actually doing is giving the vibe to dog owners that This is going to make your life so much easier, and now they feel that they need it. Now let's take a look at another example. This one's got 48 million views on TikTok in such a short amount of time. It's wild. So just imagine the insane amount of traffic that's going to come to your website from 48 million views. And with this product, it doesn't so much solve a problem, it just has great wow factor. They've been able to really identify this within their video. So their product has wow factor, and they've actually translated it into a wow factor in their video. How they've done this is by telling a story. So their story basically is, traditional LED strips are bad, you need one of these instead. So all you really need is some cool editing, a simple storyline, and that's what's going to keep your viewers hooked into your video. So both examples are doing something extremely important that you need to do in your viral videos as well. They both let the viewer visualize how the product improves their life in some way. So again, with viral videos, try and study the success of other existing viral videos. See videos that have amassed a load of views and think why. How can I incorporate this with my product or with my viral videos? So if you're not actually ready to film yourself, what you can do is you can go to websites such as Viral Ecom Ads, and this is where somebody's going to make the videos for you. However, if you do order the sample for yourself and start recording, you're also developing a skill. At the same time, it can be a bit of fun, and you've got the highest chance of conversion. So this is exactly what I would do if I was to start a dropshipping business in 2024. Now, of course, there's a lot more involved if you want to scale and build a long-term and sustainable business. And I will be doing a full guide at some point in the near future. However, for now, remember the 3 core factors, which is number 1, selecting the right product. Number 2, building a high converting website using Shopify. Number 3, getting customers onto your website with TikTok organic or Facebook ads. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. There's a lot more coming your way, and I'll see you in the next one.